How's it going, everybody? We are currently at my dirt jumps, and I'm gonna give you guys a little tutorial on how to build dirt jumps. So basically, first you're gonna have to find an open area that you can dig at. I chose this little canyon where I got a hill over there and then a hill right here. And so because there are hills on both sides, kind of gives you options to which side you want to start on, but the hill basically gives you a run-in, just a natural run-in. So cut this little guy out, start at the top there, and you cruise on down, hit this first jump to get all your speed. And this is a little setup jump into the main line, which is right here. This one's work in progress. So the technique I tell people doesn't always work for everyone. I live in Southern California where it only rains like a few times a year, and right now it's really weird. It's September, which is normally a very summer feeling month of the year, and it's been like weirdly like raining off and on. And so as you can see, I got like a little bit of a slight mud puddle there, but other than that, I don't really get much buildup. And so this is kind of what I tell people to do when they start digging jumps. So instead of digging a hole, like just a random hole, and then taking that dirt and moving it over to build a lip, I tell people to dig a hole as a transition and then use that dirt to build like the lip and the landing. So this first jump is exaggerated a ton because it was gonna be just a single trick jump step up. And after I built it, realized like I have so much room to continue this line. So this one's a little bit too deep, but you get the point of you dig, instead of a hole, like holes all around the jumps, you have this transition that I dug 3 feet down and then stacked 3 feet up. And then right there, I got a 6-foot lip because of that. So if you dig transition 2 feet down and then you stack 2 feet up, your takeoff's around like 4 feet. If you dig 3 down, 3 up, then you're at 6 feet, and so on and so forth. And so it's the most efficient way to dig, so you're not just like digging a hole here, stacking, because you could dig like a foot hole here and then you'd only have like a foot size lip. So why not, instead of just digging useless holes, use the holes to your advantage to dig down into a transition. And like I said, like this technique doesn't always work depending on where you're at, because rain and weather would just like ruin it and you would get like huge puddles. And so obviously if you're going to do this, you have to work around that and plan for accordingly and have like places for water to run off. And so for me, actually don't even have it right here, but like over there, right there used to be a collection area where I dug super far down under the like side there. And basically every time it rained, I would just come over and just take the shovel and like scoop it in there. They also used to be tarped, but all the tarps kind of rotted and I need to replace them for this upcoming winter. But yeah, so this one's exaggerated. I'm gonna go show you guys the rest of the line. So again, to start you off, you're gonna roll in at the setup jump, land, hit that step up, and here's the step up landing, transition into the hip lip. And before we move forward, I'm in between the step up lip and the hip lip. As you can see here, I've dug down probably a good 3 feet. And if you look, I have this drainage system. So I do get some puddles right here, but basically for the most part, that water that puddles up right here goes through this little canal. And then I have a collection area where the bucket is right there. So all the water that collects in this whole area drains there, and then I'm able to, I had like 3 or 4 buckets this winter that I ended up using and I don't have anymore, but that's the main area where I get my water and keep it for the dry months. So moving on from the first jump to the hip, we have this U-turn berm, which is in progress of just being reshaped. But if you look, this whole berm is dug out. Like you can kind of see this peninsula. Basically it used to just run flush up to this hill. And what I did was I just dug into it, into the hill. I feel like that's like how tall the dirt used to be. It's all right there, and then it's kind of built up over there. But yeah, I literally just started cutting into a corner, cutting in a corner, and just kept digging it out, and I used all that dirt to build this hip landing. As you can see, thing is sweet. Like, going into it, I did not think it was going to turn out this good, but it did. So out of the corner, we got the roller. Pick up speed again, then we have another roller. And then we are back into the same technique of digging down into a lip. So here I've dug, looks like, same thing, probably around like 3 feet down, 3 feet down into a good 6 foot lip. Hit this guy, voila. So the biggest amount of dirt you're gonna be moving is for a landing. And so me digging out this whole roll in right here into this lip, all of that dirt is literally just going onto that landing. So what I do is I dig out the transition right here, dig out the transition, and then I take all that dirt and I stack it for a landing. And then once that thing's built up, there usually is like, if you look right here, that's like level. And so I just start like taking the dirt that I haven't cut into and use that as half of the lip, and then just scrape all around the scrape all around the lips, like this whole area, to stack over there. And that's where I get all my dirt for the lips. But mainly the digging down part, like the digging the transition, I use that dirt for the landing, and because that's like where you get or need the most like dirt. And then yeah, you're able to use whatever you dug down to just stack on top of that a few feet, and then you gotta jump, lip and landing. I don't know if you guys can see this, but that thing is so gnarly looking. Jeez. Get a reference of that. As big as my hand. So we're at the last jump, last landing of the line. The thing, I haven't worked on this since I built it 2 winters ago, and so that's why it's super cracky, and the side of it right there is collapsed, the top collapsed a while ago. So it used to probably be that tall right there, but it's just sunk over the last 2 years. And I mean, I'm the main guy keeping this place running and alive, so it's a lot of work to keep this going. So I mean, if you're gonna build jumps, I'd recommend do it with friends, do it with like a group, because doing it alone is a ton of work, a ton of time. I mean, it's great, and fun, but your jumps end up looking a little sad every once in a while. So that's basically it. My biggest takeaway is don't dig pointless holes all around your jumps, and instead dig transitions to your advantage to help you build bigger jumps and just be more efficient. As you can see right here, I got that trick jump in the works. Basically, there used to be a wall just like that connected straight to here. So I just dug just basically a rectangle that whole way, and just dug. All that dirt is the landing. And then I started getting annoyed and just started building a lip, even though I still needed to take out this whole chunk right here and move this back a little bit because it's a little narrow right now. Bar ends probably might get a little sketchy. But yeah, this thing's like, I don't even know if you can tell, but there's a shovel for a reference, but it's a good like 7 foot lip, and majority of that is from digging down like 4 or so feet, you know? So I hope this helps the next time you're gonna be building jumps anywhere. Obviously, like I said at the beginning, if you're gonna use this technique, plan for water, flooding, any like weather. You have to have tunnels for water to escape so they're not puddling up at the bottom of your jumps like they are in mine right now. And yeah, hope this helps. Hope you get some sick ones going, and tag me in your dirt jump videos. Have a good one, and like and subscribe for more.